Another beautiful morning in Bella Pedra. Another burning hot day forecast. Few plans while it's still cool enough this morning. I'm decanting water out of that big barrel into some bottles, and I've got some shade netting I'm going to put around the bottom because the piglets of the pig pen, because the piglets are able to jump over the that wooden plank that I put there. So that's this morning's plan. Out having a little mosey around this morning. Tim Tam's babies, they're growing so quickly. So Tundi's coming to the vet today. This is her big day. She's going in for her surgery. She's getting spayed today. Hey Tundi? She's looking at the vet's area. Hey? You looking at the vet? You going in there now? Yes. So while waiting to fetch Tundi from the vet, I decided to change Nick's IBC tank idea to some smaller tanks. Just fetched my poor girl from the vet. And oh God, I just want to cry. She's got a little cone of shame on. It's got to stay on for a week. Playing in the mud. Cinnamon Bun is in labor and she seems to be trying to go for a water birth over here. So Cinnamon Bun did not have babies during the night. I've done a bit of research now and I think she's having a pseudo pregnancy, which means that she was initially pregnant and within the first 30 days the pregnancy was no longer viable, but her hormones didn't sort of pick that up, and her tummy is probably filled with fluid. It doesn't feel very hard, and this is quite rare, but when it does happen they can come into milk, and then apparently they feed other sows milk. So when we're ready to wean these piglets, Cinnamon Bun will dry up just like apple pie, and all signs of pregnancy will go away. So I think this is a pseudo pregnancy. And you know what? These babies are drinking on apple pie, they are drinking on Cinnamon Bun, and they are getting big and fat quickly. So this morning I just put the shade netting round to stop them from going through the fence to the other side. Oh, don't drop down. Oh, just missed it. Yeah. She spends most of her time feeding the babies, but the babies are still drinking on her as well. But definitely, I think this has just been a phantom pregnancy that she's had. So these babies are very lucky. It's actually amazing. Every time when the others are all feeding on Cinnamon Bun, this little one goes and sits here next to apple pie. This little one only wants to eat on apple pie. And there's one of these black and white ones, that if the others are all drinking on apple pie, it refuses, it'll go and sit next to cinnamon bun. We seem to be going for a little bit of a swim. Maybe you shouldn't be feeding right next to the water, cinnamon bun. Girl power this morning. We're busy moving this IBC tank up there because we got a new pump for the well, which Claudia and Christina have kindly installed for me. There's this big pipe now that we're going to try and see if we can fill this IBC tank. Right, the big test to see if I'm going to fly on a stream of water. Hear the vibration? Oh, vibration stopped. It's going to come. Oh!
I can see the pipe moving.
Pipe is starting to move. The excitement's building up. I can hear it. Woo! Woohoo! Right, filling the IBC tank. Absolutely amazing. I think I owe Christina and Claudia a case of wine. No, not one bottle.
That's saying.
Yeah, happy as a pig in mud.
I know the saying is true now. Right, you've heard of dash cam. This is the wheelbarrow cam. Who knows what's going to be on this one? I can't see a thing. Let's go. So there's a film called Water for Elephants. This is the sequel, Water for Pigs. Oh, here they come. Oh God, straight in. Straight in. You could have a line in pork called the pampered pig.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, this one's come out. You're on the wrong side of the fence.
I started doing the...
You're on the wrong side of the fence.
And I haven't finished.
Come on. No panic, no panic. That's it. Look how tiny they are, look. This is how small they are, look. Look. I have got big hands though, but they're still tiny. Oh, are we having fun? Are we? Woo! Water!
Pandy goes to the vet to get her dressing changed today. She's not enjoying the cone of shame. I'm going to visit Nick, Andrea later on, and Ewan and Chris are going to be there. We're going to be watching a rugby game, and I'm busy making veggie pops because Carissa is not like a meat eater, and Nick's going to be making pasties. So these now, I'm just letting this cool down. I've cooked this up. It's with the vegetables or with semolina flour. And what I'm going to do now is turn it into balls and dip it in like a flour mixture. But anyway, I have got a recipe on how to make these delicious vegetarian veggie pops, which I will put in the card above, and the link to the recipe and the recipe video will be in the description below. Right, new way of doing water, much easier. I just turn the tap on the IBC tank into these buckets. Here comes the water. Can you see two of those babies going for a swim? And there the others are coming to join for a swim. Boiling some eggs for the pigs this morning. It's a good source of protein for them. So the problem I'm having is that I have two girls, Candy and Cinnamon Bun. And you can take them 30 litres of water. You can put it into their watering place or their swimming pool. And the first thing you put in 30 litres of water, and the first thing they do is they just knock it all out. They lift the pool right up, they send it flying, and then they sit for 1 minute in the water as it slowly seeps away into the ground, and then they look at you panting because now they're thirsty. Why they don't drink first before doing that, I don't know. Anyway, I've got these two big 65-litre barrels. I'm going to turn them into with pig nipples as well, but I've got to try and get the water out of them first. So yesterday I was doing the sucking thing where you suck with the tube into another container to try and empty them. This one is about half empty, and then all of a sudden the sucking thing stopped working. So I'm going to try and suck again this morning, and if this doesn't work, I'm not too sure what I'm going to do. But Nick's original plan with the IBC tank, I was too much of a wuss to drive with 500 kilos of displaced mass, so I bought blue barrels instead and pumped the water into that with his Blue Yeti, and it worked perfectly. Either Cinnamon Bun has had babies, and they've been eaten or something, because there's no other new babies here, or she's getting started. But these other little ones are still drinking on her, so I don't know. She's got something hanging from her this morning. Yeah, so Tundi is giving Louise, who's come for an early morning workout, and myself a bit of a laugh this morning.
Pure entertainment. Pure and
Because
hilarious.
She's trying to chase flies. She does this like quick, there, you see? This like quick jerk and stand, and it's like, and then she's bumping into everything with a cone. I feel so sorry for her. Shame. She's gone to look for something again there.
Yeah, and she can't tell where the noise is coming from.
No, because of this thing on her head.
Oh, you look like such a muppet.
Okay, so Louise is now scared she might get kicked in the head by a horse.
I am. There's a difference. There's a difference between being scared and prepared. So what I was saying is, if I'm on a house sit and I could get kicked in the head by a horse, and they come back and find me dead. So I always give my homeowners my date of birth, my full name, because you know when you contact hospitals and stuff, they want to know your date of birth. So my two next of kin's names and phone number, and also my address was my address in the UK, because you know if you've got to contact authorities, they're the kind of details they want. And I think I give them a copy of my passport or my passport number or something, just so that I can say, no, this is her date of birth, this is where she lives.
Okay.
Because
so I think what I'm going to do then is Louise has convinced me to do a list of contact numbers and all my information and have that up in case she comes to visit and
I'm eaten by the pigs.
I'm being eaten, not eaten by the pigs.
I still can't
Like
get
with
on
flies.
this farmer that died, had a heart attack in his pig enclosure, and then his pigs ate him. It's a true story. That's what happened.
Yeah.
Cindy, what was you just saying to me?
I was saying that I don't at this stage have the special nuts for my nipples, because when Nick first helped me with the pig barrel to put the nipple in, Nick didn't have any nuts. And so the pigs then pulled the nipple out. So, and I asked Nick yesterday when I saw him if he's got nuts yet, and he still doesn't have any nuts. So
Nick didn't have nuts for your... There's a...
okay.
I don't know, that comes
You
off.
see, because now, if we do it this way, now there's, I don't know if that, if we can, nah, damn, man.
But even if you had a nut, how do you get...
So what
the
I
other
did
side?
was I just cut the top off.
Oh, that's a shame. So
It's a pity.
No, but it's the wrong size.
No, but that's the nipple.
But-
That's not a tap.
Yeah, I know, but what I'm saying is this, you can't see it, but this thread is nowhere near
Yeah.
thread here. It's like a few millimetres less. It's not, do you know what I mean? It's,
Yeah. So Cinnamon Bun gave birth to 9 piglets. 3 of them did not make it. And one I found down with the others is very active. It looks like it's maybe drunk from the other already. And the other, yeah, 5. So she's got 2, 4, 5. She's got 6. It is very hot today. So I think the heat is just too much. But they need to get drinking. Filled up the IBC tank with the new well this morning, and the good news is after we had taken one IBC tank out, when was it now? I've lost track of days. Friday maybe? It is refilled back to its original position, so that's great. Apple Pie's babies will be 3 weeks tomorrow. Is it 3 weeks or 2 weeks? Oh my goodness, I've definitely lost track of time. But anyway, they're now starting to explore solids and nibble on solids. So I've given all the girls boiled eggs this morning in their feed. And the way to get these babies eating solids is you have to put the food in the ground like this. If you're putting it in a bowl, I've tried, all the mother does is just knock the baby out the bowl. And this way at least the babies are going to start experimenting on solids. And you can see some of them, like even the mother's eating, they're still having a drink. They do like standing feeding. They do it on both of them. I can see there's 3 of Cinnamon Bun's babies here and a 4th one there. The other 2 haven't come down. I need to go and check to see they are okay. But there were 4 that were strong and really fighting, and then there were other 2 that were really struggling with the heat yesterday. And that's some of Apple Pie's babies having a sleep, others eating over here. Right, so what have you got then, Nick? Show us your other one.
We have some beauties that we've done. I mean, really impressive stuff. Silly.
What's this? I want to break free.
Yeah, you have to get the Hoover. Did it when Greg and
Yeah.
turned up, because I was just sweet.
Nick loves being on his knees.